and welcome to Studio
Set
Stage, a weekly podcast with us, Cynthia Mallard
and Marq Dean, where we take you from the studio to the set to the stage
in the world of entertainment.
Welcome back to Studio Set Stage. I'm Cynthia Mallard.
And I'm Marq Dean.
So I got to say, first back, thank you so very much for joining us for another week of a great episode, right?
Yes, thank you guys. We really appreciate all of the feedback, and it's been so positive. And we ask you, please continue to support us.
Mm-hmm. So many of you guys, I hope you guys are catching up like on previous episodes of Studio Set Stage.
Yes.
You know, we always want to engage with you guys, right? So we have like season 1 of our podcast is rolling along.
Yes.
We always say you can catch us on all podcast platforms, right?
Right. You can listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Google Play.
That's to name a few. So
Yes.
if you got like a platform, you're like, y'all Studio Set Stage, y'all ain't on this platform. Well, y'all hit us up. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
On IG. Let us know.
Yes, hit us up on IG. Also, don't forget to reach out to us at our website, studiosetStage.com.
So guys, we are so happy again, like we said, that you guys are following. You know, we've got a little bit more subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, we always say subscribe.
Yes.
Because that's really how we figure out, okay, who is actually listening, who's actually tuned in. Are you liking what you're hearing? Are you hating what you're hearing? So
Right.
that's how we need to know those things.
Yes, indeed. And, you know, it keeps us aware of what your interests are.
Right.
And, you know, helps us stay on top of us. Or help us stay on top of what we need to stay on top
It's
of.
right. Keep us on our toes, right?
Yes.
So, guys, this is Mother's Day weekend. So, happy Mother's Day to
Yes.
all of the wonderful women just across the world. If you can hear Studio Set Stage, we love you.
Yes.
And we recognize everything that you're doing.
Yes, happy Mother's Day. We definitely appreciate you for all that you do, because without you, there would not be any of us.
Right, exactly. And you know what? We want to stress, you know, it's not just women. You know,
Right.
it's about men too, because there's a lot of single households out there where our men, right? Like brothers are in there holding it down as the father and the mother. So
Yes, indeed. And for everyone, single mothers and single fathers out there, you know, even though I know Father's Day is coming next month, but we just salute you guys for just doing what you're supposed to do.
leading the family, right? Leading the family,
Right.
nurturing the family. We always like to talk about moms and like, so we just wanted to do Studio Set Stage. Today is like a special edition of Mother's Day weekend Studio Set Stage podcast. And we're just going to talk about mothers, you know, our my mom, you know, your mom,
Yes.
and then the mothers that we've known in our lives, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I mean, it's something about mothers. You only get one, so they say. And to all that are out there, hope you do something special for that special woman that brought you into this world.
Wow.
Because without mothers, there would be no sons, no daughters, and future fathers.
Exactly.
We definitely want to salute you
Yeah.
all and tell you that we love you.
Yes.
And we appreciate what you do.
Well, you know what? I want to take it even further, because I know we have a lot of Studio Set Stagers who may have been taken care of by maybe a woman or a man who didn't birth them, a woman who didn't birth them, right?
Most definitely.
But like it maybe it's auntie, maybe
Right.
it's, you know, Nene, whatever you call, you know, whoever that designated person. That may have not been your biological mom.
Right.
But they had an instrumental role in just who you became.
Right.
You know?
Definitely.
That is so important.
Yeah, they helped to make you into the man or the woman that you are. Especially those that, you know, didn't have, you know, the wherewithal, I guess, to actually have a biological mother, but they actually had someone that actually filled in and stepped up and raised and reared you and did all the things that mothers do, and that's something
which is a whole lot,
a lot, yes.
I think about, through the
Right.
years, and you hear people talk about, mom does everything, man. I mean, I think like over the years, you probably have heard the same thing, and you know what? You don't realize it. Like, you don't really, like, for me, I can say, Cynthia Mallard, like, you don't really realize all the things that mom does until you get older.
Right.
Like you
don't.
Right. You like,
You
think about
don't.
when you were a teenager
Oh, yeah.
or,
Most
when
definitely.
you're like an adolescent or whatever.
Yeah.
And now like you get old and you like, I'm not old, but you may be old.
Are you
but,
sure?
But I'm saying
sure?
though,
Okay.
you get old and you're like, man,
Right.
like my daddy or our daddy or whoever your father figure may have been, yeah, they were there and they did such and such or whatever, but it was mom, right?
Yeah.
Who like held everything together. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Oh yeah,
in
no.
your
I
household.
mean, in my household, it was basically, I was fortunate enough to have both mom and dad. But I will tell you, dad might be head of the household, but mom ran the household.
Okay, you better say that. Okay.
So, it's definitely that is so true. Mom, provided, the nurturing, the
Wow.
when things, was good and when things were bad.
Yeah.
Mom did the nurturing. And she instilled so much wisdom, so much knowledge.
From Tuskegee, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, by profession she was a teacher, but she inspired me in doing what I'm doing now as
Wow. As a professor,
musician.
right? And
well, not just as a professor, but as a musician.
That's
because
right.
she
Yeah.
sung. She was a soprano, lyric soprano.
Wow.
She had
Wow.
offers to go to school and all that kind of stuff. But she definitely was instrumental in just planting those seeds of, not just the appearance of being a good man, but actually giving me all the tools
yeah.
that I needed
Right.
to definitely
Your mom was
bring that
straightforward
into
too.
fruition.
She was like real straightforward.
She was.
Yeah.
She was. No nonsense.
Yeah.
And I think that,
Kind of quiet, sit back in the cut, like watching, you know what I'm saying, checking out the scene.
Observe.
Yeah.
Observant,
Yeah. When I
but-
first met your moms, I was like, I'll be honest with you guys, Studio Set Stagers, like, yo, his mom was like a G. Like literally a G, you always hear about, people who are talking loud, the first ones to jump up, raise their hands and talk, whatever. We all know that those probably most times are the dumb people in the room.
Right.
But
Yeah.
but the ones
the
who
wagon
sit
that
back,
rattles the loudest, huh?
right, the ones that sit
Yeah.
back, and I will confess, I have been that person in my life, and I have grown, hopefully, and learned so much better. But yeah, your mom, I just remember, man, she was a G. She's no longer with us, I know. So I know that's very hard, very hard for you. But and it's hard for the rest of our Studio Set Stagers because there are so many who are listening who no longer their mother is no longer walking on this earth. But I always say, rest assured that your mom is always with you.
Oh yeah,
Always
most
walking
definitely.
with you.
She's always with me. It's not a day it doesn't go by I don't think about her.
Yeah.
And I just want to be totally honest. She is always with me, and she's a part of me. And I think for those that during this time, it can be bittersweet, but at the same time, you have memories because life is about moments. Life is about moments. It's the moments that make up the journey of life. And on this journey, I had the pleasure, I had the honor of calling that lady mom. And
You about to start making me cry. Oh my God.
Well, no, it's just real.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You have to acknowledge, like they say, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. But I want to say that a lot of the things, like you said earlier, Cynthia, sometimes you don't realize, when it's saying or imparting certain things to you,
come on now.
You don't realize that they are really jewels that will sustain you throughout your journey in life. As like they say, I think we saw a race earlier today on television, how, they passed the baton.
Oh, yeah.
And you take the baton and then you run. Yeah. You keep running the race.
Yeah. They get you to a certain point. And it's based upon like what they have taught you, you're able to stand on your own 2 feet.
Yes.
I think about like I'm one of those fortunate people. My mom is no longer on this earth, but I feel like she's with me like every single day.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Even like when I'm going through dangerous times or scary times, I still lean upon like you said the things that she taught me. That's the little things that she said, like going back to what moms do. Mom, washing clothes, mom's washing dishes. It's back in the day when they actually washed dishes and stuff, right? Because I used to have to wash dishes every day. I don't know about y'all these new studio set stages, you know what I'm saying? Like you got your career or whatever, you want to be a star and singer at adolescent, but you had to wash them dishes, do them chores too.
Well, yeah, and it's about also understanding that part of it too is being appreciative of not just the big things, but the little things. Yeah, because sometimes it's the little things that mean so much. And the times when your mom would be like, hold your head up high. Pull your pants up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Comb your hair. Won't you sweep up the kitchen? Take out the trash.
Just
which
examples.
Was my thing. Take out the trash.
Hold your mouth closed. Or
clean up your room.
Shut up sometime. Be quiet. Don't be the first one to speak in the room. Or vice versa. Be the first person in the room to speak up, but have something to say significantly.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I mean, she definitely instilled those things in me. She definitely told me that a closed mouth don't get fed. And she told me you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Ooh.
So
how about working in studio set stage? Does that not apply? Right. Oh my God, across the board.
You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So, I think she really taught me to actually, like I said, I took a leaf out of a book. I'm very observant. Yeah, you are. And I listen.
Yeah. You lay back. You real laid back.
I'm laid back to a degree. I've been able to, now that, I'm a little wiser, when I was younger, I could be a hothead.
You wild out. Yeah.
I would, I know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. Being...
That's maturity. That's maturity.
Yeah, and that comes with maturity.
Yeah, exactly.
That comes with maturity.
And great training from your mom.
Yes.
From mama.
And like I said, it goes back to the source. And so, and I know for you as well. I know you was telling me, there was some things early on, where she really instilled in you a great sense of discernment.
Oh yeah. It's funny because like people that know me, like all my home girls and home guys from back. I mean, even in my family, like I never knew where it came from, but like I would meet somebody, like literally meet somebody, and could see straight through them. Now, I mean, no, and some of my girls used to be like, this is when I was younger, they used to be like, yo, I think you're like a clairvoyant. Oh, it used to be so funny. Like, we used to be laughing about this, but it was true. Like, I could meet somebody, instantly read them, know where they're coming from, what their feelings are right now, where they'll take you. That's weird. I know. I feel like a lot of people share that gift, and I think it's the gift of discernment. But I really think it was a gift. Here we go. We going back to mama. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I really believe it's a gift that was passed on to me, just for as protection.
Right.
As protection in my life, because for those of you who don't know studio set stagers, like I lost my mom like very early, like 16. I was very young, right. as a woman to grow up and lose your biological mom, and it was just you and her. It was devastating.
Right.
it's just recently that I'm even able to talk about it.
Right.
And I know there's like hundreds and millions of people who are still like in bereavement. Like it never ends.
Yeah,
it never ends.
Yeah, I mean,
and it keeps going.
Right. It keeps going.
And it's harder. It's even harder on Mother's Day. Even though I'm a mom myself, I got a 4-year-old. But on that Mother's Day, you're always thinking, especially, you're always thinking about your mom and how she left and the what if and, what could have been and that type of thing.
Right. And you never really get over, the loss of someone. But you do take, one thing I take solace in is that, I felt like I was able to give her flowers while she was here and those things and actually reciprocating that back by how she felt and the things that she conveyed to me and the wisdom even in her illness she was actually instilling wisdom.
How old were you when you lost your mom?
I was in my 30s.
Okay. Okay. In your 30s? All right. Yeah. Only child?
Yep. Only child. Only child.
She was very beautiful too. Just want to tell you, she was like gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like not dead, like drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah, I saw pictures of your mom too.
Yeah, they was about that life. They was about that life. My mom was in New York City. She was not playing. Like she was all about the fur. She was all about the wedge heels. She was all about them clogs. She's all about the dresses with the boots. So that's how I get down. Okay, so look, let you guys know.
You like fur.
I'm a fur. I do like fur. Right. Sometimes I think about PETA. I remember one time I mean, like literally, guys, like I used to be a reporter, and a lot of you guys know already. And I think they had a rally. I remember this specifically in Montgomery,
we love the
Alabama. We love the animals or whatever. Right. But I literally had a fur on, like a small, like a little cute little fur jacket, and it was a real one. And I remember going to that event, and people were saying, "Girl, I don't know, you might need to take that off." And I was like, "They better not throw anything on my coat." Yeah. Like I was so.
You got that paint.
Dude, I was so serious about that. I was like, But the fur is reminiscent of my mom, and New York City and how I was raised, during my formative years.
Yes, indeed. I mean, those things and really they give you, they instill a sense of style within you. Like
mamas give you that though.
Oh yeah, they give you that to you.
What?
They take you to. I remember taking me to the store and
your mom
getting these shirts. They put these shirts on.
Your mama said put the shirts on.
Yes, you tell me, hey, you ain't gonna run around looking like a slouch.
Did she say that? She said just like that.
Me, I'm running around looking like a slouch.
Yeah.
You gonna, I'm gonna make sure. When you leave the house, like you said, you're a young man. You're gonna have to walk. Straight.
Yeah.
Don't be slouched over.
Yeah.
And like I said, she definitely said that. She said a closed mouth don't get fed.
Yeah.
And and that always stayed with me. And that
means speak up, right?
And even just to encourage, give you those words of encouragement, to even when you're going through, your valleys and your dark days, just a word, could turn it right around.
What?
And I still think about that because in life, you're going to have your hills and you're going to have your valleys.
Yeah. We always talk about that here on Studio Set Stage, right?
We always talk about that. Especially in this thing.
Right, in what we do, exactly. In anything, but even more so in these very non-traditional type careers.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I was just thinking, you had said one of your mom's favorite quotes was like, you said, a closed mouth don't get fed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I think all the black moms say that.
To a certain degree.
I mean, pretty much. You got to ask for what you want. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
The days of just sitting back like, oh, I think it'll come. And I'm guilty of that. Like I think earlier on in my career, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna float or whatever. And no. As soon as I changed my mind and took that to heart, that's when things started to happen for me.
And you have to know that whatever you do, it begins with you. Until you implement it, it's only an idea.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that she also instilled. Along with that too. But I mean, Mom was like, you have to be patient.
You do.
In going after what you want. Because that also helps you to not make rash decisions.
Your mom seemed like she was very patient.
Oh yeah, she was.
Talking to her, she was just like super patient. Like she had just had the patience. Like you could just sit. She could sit like just be calm. She'd be like, baby, it'll be all right. I just remember her, saying those things to me. I remember, and some of you studio set stagers may relate. So I had my biological mom, right, who raised me, but who also, like I said, when God called her home, I had, now technically, Belle is my first cousin, right?
Right.
But I am like the last child of the original 14. Does that make sense to you? Like I'm the last child of the like 14 or 12 or whatever, So my first cousin like stepped in and took me on, for me to finish high school, who was in Alabama, and her name was Willie Bell Taylor, she's no longer with us. But I remember like one of the quotes that she would always say, and she would say it to like different one of my family members. They always a day late and dollar short. Yeah, if you're from the South, you know what that means, right? A day late, dollar short, saying, not rising to the challenge, being lazy, saying, not going the extra step,
Yes.
And it just, she had that, she would always say that. Then my mom, like one of her favorite things was, step over them and keep going. No, like literally, my mom would be like, step over them and keep going. Like wow. she would actually say that. And I don't know how many, I think as far as like, I don't know how many moms actually say that now. Like, I wonder, like, was that like,
Well, I
was that like some 1960s, 50s, civil rights movement, militant. My mom was very militant. I will tell you that she was very militant. She had that militant spirit about her, and I don't think I'm militant. Do you think I'm militant? I'm not, right? No, I'm not. No.
I think it really depends.
It depends. Like, maybe it's the situation, but she used to be like, step over them and keep going. Yeah. Like, and she would say it like casually, and she would say it almost every other day, almost like you're drilling. And that's what moms do, man. Like they be doing it intentionally. And like I was telling you earlier, like we don't even know, like as kids, you don't even know, but they be knowing what they doing.
Yeah. Well, and mothers are really like the first teachers. They are the first teachers. Like you might go on and say, well, man, I had a great teacher in school and I had, other mentors, but the mother is the first teacher. And a lot of those things that she passes on in terms of wisdom.
Instills it. Right.
Instills. It's almost like it's ingrained.
It's like a root, man.
It's rooted in you. And, that's something that, even you pass it on to your children, those things. I do have my mom, she also loved art. She could paint. She could do wonderful things. Still have some paintings of her, but she gave me a small plaque that you could hang up. And so when I started out, started recording, and like you say, I mean, you're gonna hear a lot of no's before you hear a yes. Yeah, of course. And I looked at that, and it just kept me focused. And it said basically it read, yesterday is gone forever. Tomorrow may never come, but today is in my hands.
Man.
And that's something that I build, and that's my foundation. Because yesterday is gone. You know, you can't cry over spilt milk.
Right.
Tomorrow's not promised.
Right.
But you do have
control
you do. Of now.
You do. Amen.
And what you do now
y'all hear that studio set
can
stages?
determine
What?
your tomorrow. So it's what you do now.
Mm-hmm.
So those are some things that she definitely and still, you know, inspires me to continue the process.
I'll
and stay the course.
I'll tell
because you got to stay the course.
My mother, I will tell you, a lot of people say, oh, you know, there's a certain point in life where, you know, most kids are like insecure, or you know, you have some type of insecurity about certain things. And I believe that's true. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When it comes to certain people in certain areas. But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. And I know I got some sisters. I know I got some brothers out there. When it came to my mom, like, literally, she used to be like, you were like so beautiful. Like, literally, she used to be like, you are a queen. Like, literally, she'd be like, you're an African queen. Like, she would say these things.
Right.
Literally, she'd be like, your hair is so beautiful. Like, the way it comes out of your scalp. Like seriously,
Wow.
Like growing up, I got this. You know what I'm saying? I was also growing up in Brooklyn, New York. I don't know if that had a lot. It probably maybe regional, you know, maybe, but it was her. It was my mother, what she had learned. And, you know, you got to think that she's from Alabama, you know what I'm saying? But she had learned a lot. I'm sure she wasn't taught like that. I don't think so, because I look at other folks and it just, I think it was the environment that influenced her. And then you know, she traveled a lot outside of Alabama. So, you know, you are a product of what? Your experiences and your environment. So she changed her environment like very, very early. So by the time I came along, it was about the Black Power. It was about, you rock, like I wore afros.
Right.
I didn't get a perm until I came to Alabama.
Oh, really?
I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, I didn't get a perm until I came to the South. And so many, I know studio set stagers can relate to this, but it was my mom who told me, it was why in high school, it was why I walked with a certain twitch in my step.
Oh, yeah. And, you know.
It's why I held my head up high, because she always said, hold your head up high.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And I pass it on. I do that now. I tell people or girls that I know, I am a member of the illustrious sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and I also mentor. I also mentor little girls, and the first thing that I tell them, hold your head up.
Right, you got to hold your head up.
But it started with my mother.
Exactly. Like I said, she always said, walk straight. You know.
I heard you say that.
Hold your shoulders back.
Yeah.
And all of those things. And another thing. I mean, Mom spent some time up north too.
She traveled too.
She traveled.
So it's the environment. Yeah.
And that's one of the things she always said, you got to kind of have a, one eye up, in those situations. But yeah, I mean, like you said, those things will never leave you.
No, not at all. We sitting here talking about it, and we're like, what? It's like 1,000 years later.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, you don't want to admit that you're 1,000? Okay.
Like you said,
I'm sorry.
grew up, doing the Black Panthers and I'm just kidding. But
you got jokes. Okay, gotcha.
But seriously, there's nothing like a mother's love. And I want to take this time out to basically talk to some, and I'm not saying not everybody, but one thing that moves forward and keeps moving is time. So it's important to take the time out to tell that special woman that you love her.
Yes.
And
doesn't matter who it is. Could be your auntie, cousin,
most definitely
surrogate. It could be anybody.
Because it seems like yesterday, and even with my grandmother's, and the crazy thing about it is both of my grandmothers and my mother's birthday is in March. So March was a huge month, but it kind of goes in twos, because now October is that month now.
Yeah.
But I just remember, March, springtime, and just really festive. I felt like that was Christmas or Thanksgiving, really, during that time. But, it's those moments, and, you have to relish in them, but also, be able to take those jewels and build on it.
You do.
And that's one thing that, I will treasure always and keep with me in celebrating Mother's Day. And I just want to say, you have a little 4-year-old, so happy Mother's Day to you.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you. I totally appreciate that.
Yes.
On this Mother's Day, like I said, I mean, it came from my mom. It came from Willie Bell Taylor. It's the one thing I just want to say is be inspired. I am inspired every day. Doesn't mean I don't have like bad days where I'm down in the dumps or days that I'm just high and elated or whatever. But be inspired. Your mother. You're so fortunate to have had someone there to keep you safe, to set you on the right path. Right. You know what I'm talking about? To give you a word. I remember I went to Alabama State University, and I remember I remember that senior year, or it might have been my junior year or whatever. And I'm in college, of course, and I remember I called my cousin, which is Belle Taylor, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired.
Right.
You know how you in college, you talking crazy and you stupid. You done got to a point where you done partied to death. You're sick of going to classes. Saying you ready for it to be over because you at the end. I think it was my junior or my senior year. And I literally was like, I had called and I was talking to Belle and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna, I think I'm done. I'm gonna come on to Decatur, Alabama. That is not Decatur, Georgia, where it's greater. But
Decatur, where it's
but they always they also say that in Decatur, Alabama too.
I know.
So, but anyway, so I remember. Let me tell you what she told me, and y'all, I promise to God, y'all gonna flip out. She literally on the phone when I said, I'm done. I'm gonna come home. I could do something else. She literally was like, there was a pause. I heard on the phone was a pause. She said, okay, I'll get you some rubber gloves and I'll get you some rain boots or whatever you call it, and I'll get you a stocking cap for your head.
Okay.
Yes. And she said, they're always hiring at the chicken house.
What?
Yep. So y'all know.
House.
Yeah. So you know what the chicken house is, a job. It's a decent job. It's an honorable job, right? But the fact that this is did not go to college. Right. No university education. Just educated in life. Right. And
that can be the best teacher.
And when she said that, let me tell you, when she said that, I don't know what, something just clicked in my. It was a factory job, of course, but something in my mind just clicked. And I think we went to talking about something else. But when I got off the phone with her, dude, when I say I got my butt back into my studies and continued and finished.
Right.
You see what I'm talking about?
Well,
so it wasn't like, oh, Cindy, let me help you out. And it wasn't, mamas be knowing they be knowing exactly what to say.
Yeah. And they know how to say it.
What? Oh my God.
Not only they know what to say, but know how to say it.
She didn't say, I love you. I understand. Oh, baby, come on home. No. She was like, oh, okay. I'll get you some rubber gloves and I'll get you a stocking for your hair so you can go over here and work at the chicken house.
Right. Yeah.
She was saying so much with just such little words.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
In other words, keep your in school and finish and continue on the journey that your mom has set you on. Right. You know what I'm talking about? Exactly. So.
Exactly. Yes, indeed. And again, it's just for me, that gives me peace in knowing that, hey, there's a solid foundation.
Yeah.
That you walk on because of mom. Because of not just mom, but grandma.
Yeah.
Too.
You were so fortunate, man.
Yeah.
2 grandmas, right?
Yeah, I did. 2 grandmothers.
You were fortunate to know them.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. And when I was 12, I met my great grandmother. You know,
Wow.
Indeed, I met her. She was in New Jersey, but I met her, and you know, just that in itself, from the short time that I spent with her and talked with her, you know, she passed on a lot of wisdom as well. So just being fortunate to be in the midst of great women. And not only that, but aunts, you know, I had several great aunts. Grandmother had a big family, you know, she had about 13, 14 siblings.
Wow.
And,
Wow.
Had the opportunity to really be loved on by that family, the Neal family. Shout out to all the Neals.
Shout out to the Neals.
You know, but it was just a wonderful experience, and something that you know will stay with me. And you know, like they say, you leave a legacy for your children's children, and so that's something that can be passed on for many generations to come.
I want to say, you know, you listening to us, Cynthia Mallard, Marq Dean, this is Studio Set Stage. Respect. Respect the one who gave you life, or the one who is standing in that place to rear you.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Most definitely.
How heartbreaking is it that you have this woman who loves you, woman or man who loves you, and they're taking care of you, they're feeding you, they're nurturing you as you grow, and you turn around and you disrespect or you don't listen to them. You know, what is it? Honor thy mother and thy father.
Yes, it's in the scripture. Honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long.
And that's true.
Upon earth.
What?
And
it is true.
You have
true.
You have to do that.
Especially with our young, our young Studio Set stagers. Like, yo, you got a mom, dad, that's acting as the mom or whatever, your auntie, your cousin, like, call them now. If you're nowhere close to them, they're still living, call them, give them their flowers while they're here. Yeah. Because, you know, there are people in the world like myself who I wish, you know, they always say I would give my left leg, you know, to go back in time, or for them to be alive, or I could just make a wish and then they be here. There are people who wish that. Right. And I'm one of those people, you know? And so respect your mom, respect your elders, period. You know, I come from that school. Yeah.
Honor.
Yeah.
Honor them.
Yeah,
you know,
they want a piece of ham. You know, y'all like the ham. Y'all like that pork. You know, I don't get down with the pork. You know what I'm saying? But they want a slushy, or they want some Jello, some red Jello from a certain grocery store. Go get it.
Well, you know,
go get it.
Myself, they want ham. I'll give them the turkey ham.
Yeah, the turkey ham. Right.
But anyway,
yeah,
definitely. be so much. Yeah. But I tell you, happy Mother's Day.
Yeah,
to
happy
everyone.
Mother's Day. Yeah.
And enjoy. This is your day. Enjoy it. But, you know, also beyond just today being Mother's Day, we should always honor our mothers every day. Every moment we can think about.
I've got to say, shout out to all the mothers in my family. There's the Troop and Taylor, Strain family. That's would be in northern Alabama. If you know them people up there in Decatur, Alabama. Right. Shout out to them. Happy Mother's Day to my family. Here in Georgia. Shout out to my girlfriend Veronica Jordan. A wonderful mother, my sorors, Missy and Stacy and Rhonda, all my sorors, happy Mother's Day. And Gail Ferguson, love you so very much. Love you guys. Studio Set Stagers, you're listening to this, and you're a mother, you're a father, man, and you holding it down. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mother's Day to all of the women out there.
Yeah.
And they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're raising and rearing up the next generation.
Hey, and find out what your mom really want for Mother's Day. So I had to throw that in there. Like literally find out what the mother in your life, if it's your wife, if it's your sister, it's your daughter, whatever it is. You know what? Because everybody just don't want the same thing that somebody else does. You know, if you go into Outback or you go into Red Lobster, then or somebody else has said they was going there, you ain't gotta take your mother to the same place. Find out what she like. Maybe she want to hike a mountain for Mother's Day. Maybe she want to go on the yacht for Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she want tulips. Maybe she don't want a rose. I had to throw that in there. I'm sorry. Hey.
Okay.
I had to do that. But do something. Do something. Say something. The action. Yeah. Yeah, right. Action. Okay.
Definitely.
I'm a mother. I can talk like that, okay?
Right.
All right.
Okay.
All right, this is Studio Set Stage. Right. Don't forget, guys, we are on all social media platforms, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, iHeart, Google Play. Don't forget, subscribe, and download.
Yes, indeed. Follow us. Don't forget to sign up at our website, studiosetStage.com. We've got some things that are in development that's coming. So June is going to be a big month, so stay tuned, guys.
Yeah.
And we definitely appreciate it. You can actually reach out to us online, IG.
How can we reach you?
Yeah, my IG is at Marq Dean Music. That's IG, Facebook, and also Twitter at Marq Dean. All
right. And of course, I'm on IG at Cynthia Mallard World. You definitely want to just jump on there right now and follow me and comment, on this particular podcast or some other podcasts, previous episodes of our podcast. That's fine. If you hate me, hey, leave that too. I like that too. I'll get back to you. I promise you I will. I'm on Facebook, Twitter. Love Twitter. Get on there. Follow me there also.
Yeah. And also, follow us on our IG page at Studio Set Stage.
That's everywhere, y'all.
That's everywhere.
Everywhere. What's your name?
My name is Marq Dean.
And I'm Cynthia Mallard. Have a wonderful, happy Mother's Day weekend.
Happy Mother's Day, guys.
This is Studio Set Stage.